Tuesday of the third week of Advent. The first reading comes from Zephaniah 3, and it speaks about the fact that the Israelite people have become very sinful. They've turned away from the Lord, and therefore God is going to punish them for their sinfulness. Now, we should always be careful when we say that, because some people will say, oh, that person had a heart attack, he must have done something wrong. We don't know that. We don't know how that all works. And in fact, Jesus rejects the idea that people receive illnesses as a punishment for their sinfulness. But there is a truth that when we sin, we bring unhappiness into our lives, loneliness, and we have to suffer the consequences of that. Well, Zephaniah is talking about the punishment upon the evil, but also the fact that God will choose a remnant, a chosen group who will follow him, who will listen to his voice, and who will be rewarded. So the punishment upon the land will not be for everyone and for all time. God is merciful. He wants us to be saved, but we have to choose to turn back to him. And the gospel is from Matthew 21. Jesus tells a little parable. A father had two sons. One son said to his father, "You told me to go to the field, I'll go to the field." But then he doesn't do it. The second son says, "I'm not going to that field," but he ends up doing it. And so who is better in terms of his relationship with the Father? And the Pharisees answer, the one who actually did the work. And Jesus responds, there are sinners who are readier to turn to God than you, because you say you're going to be religious people, but you don't do it. They are sinful people, but they change their hearts. And so this requires an examination of conscience. First of all, which group do we belong to? Do we recognize ourselves as sinners, as broken, and needing God's mercy? And second, are we judgmental of those who we consider to be less holy than ourselves, not really knowing what gifts or what lack of gifts they receive from God? We should be very careful not to judge them. Remember how Jesus said, remove the plank from your own eye before you take the splinter out of your brother's eye. And may God bless us.